Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Asian Lifestyle Stories. This morning I was watching YouTube and I decided to make this video for you guys. As you know, for the records, we are in 2025 and there are some crazy stuff going on nowadays. We got a lot of good AI systems. Everybody knows ChatGPT and most probably using it. And we have a lot of different AI models that can be used to solve many of the world problems. And also, you know that we got a lot of different good universities all around the world that you can go there and get your PhDs and, in every field, and you can work on world problems, and you can be a good scientist, and these are all really good things. But we got one problem. If you have wrong passport or if you are different, you could win yourself a private cell in El Salvador concentration camp or in some third world uh, jail system. This is a big problem. People nowadays, they don't like other people if they're thinking differently or if they have some different ideas about life, about some other issues we're having today. Okay, world leaders nowadays are just competing with each other to come up with the worst idea. They're just saying, okay, I'm going to put the higher tariff for you. This is 50%, the other one says 6%. This one says that these guys are just thinking differently, so put them in jail. And these guys are saying some other things that I don't like, so put them in jail. And it's just crazy. No one believes in justice, and it's just going worse and worse every day. And that's going to be a big problem for the next generation. Maybe we can say we're done, but for the next generation, it's going to be a really, really big problem because nowadays kids are learning from these leaders, and they are learning how to lie, how to cheat, how to steal, and how to do bad things. And they are just thinking that this is the way a human being should act. And this is terribly, terribly wrong. Okay, is there any chance that we can be better? Is there any civilization back in time that was doing good things for humanity? And is there any hope that we can check out in world history and make sure that we can do the same? We don't have to go too much. 2 miles away from here, we can take Samos Island as a case study. This small island produced so many great minds in history more than 2,000 years ago. It's just unbelievable. We can talk about Pythagoras. If I say Pythagoras, if you guys think about some crypto money name or something like that, you should go back to high school. It's the guy, it's the triangle guy he's the guy who come up with a square equals b square plus c square. Remember from your high school days? And he was the guy that was working on math problems and triangles and all that interesting stuff. And even after 2000 years, we're still saying that Pythagoras theorem. We're learning that theorem and using it every day in science, in every field. So this guy is from Samos. Okay, another guy from Samos, Aristarchus. He's the guy actually was trying to come up with the distance between Earth and Sun by using moon shadow. He was actually using Pythagoras theorem, by the way, and by using moon's shadow and the location moon, earth, and sun, he was doing some calculations, and he actually came up with the idea that earth was actually revolving around sun 2000 years ago, before Copernicus and the other guys. And he was from Samos too. Okay, another interesting guy from Samos is Polycrates. He was actually tyrant in Samos. Okay, let's put this. But he was working on some really good projects that back in 2000, more than 2000 years ago, he was opening up tunnels starting from both sides of the mountain, opening up some water tunnels to bring water to the cities in Samos Island. And 2000 years ago, they didn't have any GPS, they didn't have Kalman filters or things like that. Interesting stuff that they were so clever. They had a lot of great minds. They can start digging from both sides of the mountains and then join right at the middle in the mountains. And you can't do that without great minds. That's interesting. Okay, another guy from Samos, Aesop. When I was a kid in primary school, I was reading this turtle and rabbit story, and turtle was just constantly moving and trying to get into the race, but rabbit was saying that, okay, I'm going to be good because I'm too fast, so I will just relax here and then I will just run and pass this guy and things like that. And I was saying that, oh wow, whoever comes up with this story is good. And I was thinking that the Ministry of Education back then was coming up all these stories, and because nobody was telling us that these stories are written by some other guys. Yeah, this guy from Samos actually wrote all these stories, good stories, moral stories for the kids. And of course, there are a lot of different, the same tone stories also. And this guy is from also Samos, and he is the one who came up with all these good stories for the kids and to teach them good moral lessons. There are a lot of different Ionian Greek cities all around here, just like Samos, and they produced so many great minds throughout the history. Think about Ephesus, think about Priam and Miletus, and Pergamon and Smyrna and Sardis. These cities produced so many great minds and so many great scientists and great people. They actually shaped today's civilization, as most of you guys would agree with me on that, I guess. Okay, the big question is what is the reason actually all these ancient cities were like this back then? Why they were able to produce so many minds, so many great people, but today we're lacking this. What is different right now? Let's examine this and see uh, what the problem today is. Okay, if you check the history, you would see that all these ancient civilizations around here in Aegean region, all these Ionian Greek cities, they were actually very friendly, I guess the word we can use. Trading was good. There were no tariffs for nobody. You can bring your goods from east and sell it here, or from here maybe bring some other goods back to other countries, other cities in east part of the world. And there were a lot of tradings going around here, and there were a lot of course, people interacting each other and exchanging ideas and learning from each other also. And of course, the people back then mostly believe in democracy. If you guys remember that back in Ephesus, St. Paul came to Ephesus to preach about Jesus and Christianity. And some guys in Ephesus said that this guy is just making fun of our gods and doing some crazy stuff and conning our people. But they didn't put him in jail right away. The governors of the city of Ephesus actually gathered all the people in the theater and asked people if anybody actually heard or see St. Paul making fun of the gods that they believed back then. And nobody said nothing. And the governor said that, okay, we have a justice system here. If anybody hears anything about this guy making fun of our gods, he can go to court, and our judges will do whatever needs to be done. This is 2,000 years ago, not in 2025. This is unbelievable. This is the way they were acting like, and this is why actually they got big cities here. Back in history, they got about more than 300,000 people living in Ephesus alone. So not today, 2,000 years ago. So these cities were big, and they were actually governed by some good people, and they were free trades and free exchange of ideas. So nobody was just killing the other guy, because if you don't feel yourself safe in one place, you're not going to be able to do any trading, anything in that city. This is how actually you can create great minds in a civilization, not by destroying relations, not by just trying to get rid of different people with different ideas, and not just trying to block other people doing tradings and exchanging ideas and things like that. I was really hoping that the world is getting globalized 20 years ago. And I was saying that, yeah, this is a good idea. So we're going to be all uh, one big civilization, having a lot of good ideas floating around, and people are just enjoying life and doing trades and coming up with some good ideas and learning from each other. But right now, looks like it's getting worse and worse every day, and I don't know what's. Uh, it's just too much crazy. But the one thing for sure is we can actually learn a lot from by just examining the history, and especially the civilizations that actually shaped our today's civilization. We should examine those guys and try to learn from them what we can. And the first thing, I guess, would be nice to other people. Have a nice day.